Track 5, call it Shame. We use the same idea of the sidechain following the kick throughout the entire song. This song is mostly based over this synth, which was recorded or bounced into an audio track, and that way it could be manipulated throughout the song to create a little bit more variation, and this is what it sounds like.
It's important to have values.
Sorry for the lag, this is a very heavy track for my computer. We've got two kicks working together for this track, and we've got several elements in the drums: crashes, percussion, snares, hats, a cymbal, a drum fill. Then we've got a top synth that follows the main synth, which is recorded into an audio track right here. Let me see. Let's hold this. Very soft and very subtle, but in the mix it really stands out for the top melody in its section that it belongs. We've got another synth that follows. Our 808, which is our sub bass, heavily distorted. It's more like a very low decay and sustain, so it kind of like sounds as a follow-up to the kicks, as a third kick, but it does the job for a sub bass. Some brass to give a little bit of richness, and it carries the melody for the sections it plays.
In and out of it, many are lucky to go to.
Then we've got a piano, which acts as an instrument that gives us a little bit more of a melody and maintains the rhythm throughout the song. It's very melodic. I like my tracks a bit melodic, mostly because they are based on piano instrument. And some pads to add richness to the mix. I don't know if you can perceive the sound, but it has a bit of an attack as the pad grows and reaches its maximum velocity. There's like a white noise growing with the track. The same synth, we've got a white noise rising, and it has a lot of reverb. In terms of the vocals, this is what they sound like.
Being in and out of it, many are lucky to go to it, but most hate it or do it cause they want to eat. I see.
Now these are processed. We have an EQ, a compressor. We've got two compressors now. The glue compressor is activated, and it works when we have various takes for a single verse, for example, on this verse over here, and this verse. So we glue those vocals together, and it sounds very rich. And what we try to do is have a different panning and a different tone or octave. So we might just pitch down the same vocal. The one on top, I might just pitch it down or pitch it up. We've got these tracks, and there are no dubs or backing vocals. It's just with the processing. We've got a distortion, a de-esser. Nectar 2, we are using the delay, some of the distortion, and we are using, I think we are using a little bit of a limiter. In the Nectar, we are using the compression, the delay, the EQ. The chorus ensemble, this is just a plugin that will give us a little bit of richness. It's basically to widen and thicken the sound of the vocals. Digital plate, reverb, warmth, and sustained or maintain a similar volume level throughout the tracks and have all the takes leveled out. Now for the final mix, we go once again with an EQ, a little bit of compression. Let me see what we have in our Ozone 7, which I think it's multiband dynamics stereo image. Yep, and limiting. L316, LL Ultra Maximizer, and a limiter. Now you can see in this one we've got a different threshold and a different process for the signal in terms of the EQ. We increased the low ends and boosted a lot of the highs at the end and a little bit of the mid highs to give a little bit more of warmth into the mix. And this is the end result right here.
I hate college, although I like to learn. The stress kills me.
I'm sorry for the lag. This track is super heavy for my computer.